Do you believe in fairy tales? Well, I do. Maybe in Cinderella's your taste. But then at midnight, the spell fades. Well, maybe you're more of a B&B's kind of gal or guy. But then you only have until the rose dies. And well, the rose dies and then the spell's over. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? I think so. So why do so many people like to live in a fairy tale, but they always choose the one that ends? I don't really get that much. So, pretty lame, am I right? Today I present to you Burning the Witch, which is made by a rather unknown studio. It is by the name of Studio Colorado. And I recently watched Whisker Away on Netflix, so I have high hopes. And in the words of my fine idol, let's jam. Though, real quick before I continue with this review, I'm trying out this little weird kind of thing of being a virtual YouTuber. So my mouth is going to look a little bit weird these first few episodes while I finish it up, as well as the animations. So, and I'm also waiting on my hand tracking to get here. So that's why the animations are just in the pre-recorded loop right now. So, I'm sorry about that if that causes you an inconvenience, but I really hope that you'll stay and subscribe, as I have some really amazing content to deliver to you all. I might still be learning, but I promise I'll learn quickly, as I'll read every single comment you guys leave. Anyways, let's get into the review. So, if magic only worked on fools, I'd rather be the one casting the spell. So, in this world, dragons are humans' biggest threat after all. Why do you think dragons are on nearly every family crest? Am I right? Like, you have the ones from Germany, you have the ones from London, and they all have dragons on them. Well, in this world, you have a regular London, and you have this thing called Reverse London. Think of it like Harry Potter. You have the regular world, and then you have the wizarding world. Except there's a barrier. It's like in Harry Potter where they're both connected, but there's like a solid barrier. But these giant creatures can pass in between. So we have a little newspaper that is our first introduction to London and Reverse London, and it's basically just like magic, in my opinion. But yeah, so in this Reverse London, there are these witches that are employed by a company called Wing. I honestly forgot the second part of the name of the company, but we're just going to call it Wing for now. But as for our characters, we have Nini Spinkle, which is a little bit tempered, but I find that to be really a good quality for her, honestly. So, yeah, I really like how she drives all these fights forward. It's also really refreshing that she's an idol in the regular London, so she has a job on both sides. Though her real life is in Reverse London, but she does live a popular life of an idol in regular London. So I don't know what that will have to play, because I know they are making a manga after this one shot that this was animated after, so maybe we'll get some more info on her life in regular London in a maybe future spin-off, who knows. But yeah, so, oops, sorry about that. Anyways, there's also another point. She likes to just do stuff for merit. She's trying to climb the ladders to become an Inks eventually. But we also have another main character. Her name is Noelle Nihashi, and she's a student. So she works with Nini and jobs in order to earn money and merit. They should have a pretty playful relationship, and they're tasked with looking after a character by the name of Bungle Parks. Well, who is he per se? Well, he's a rather useless little fella, and he has a really special ability that's pretty useful to the council. That is, he attracts dragons, but this is kind of a really double-edged sword, you see. On one hand, he attracts dragons, which is pretty fantastic, because then you don't have to go looking for them or risk being one-on-one with a dragon. They can be in groups. But on the other hand, he's useless and he lives in a town. So the dragon gets attracted to the town. And that can kind of cause a lot of death, you see here. And judging from this person, he's not too happy. And finally, we get introduced into the media of this world and how it spins stuff in a really terrible way, you guys. It's kind of like real life media environment. In fact, I would compare it to kind of like Fox News, in my opinion, or other stuff like that. Not really political, but all news media kind of spin stuff their own way. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with that one. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw you guys that one real quick. But yeah, so Nini knows a person called Mary. She comes and gets kind of manipulated by by that one angry person at the council who I can't pronounce his name. So I'll probably put it on screen if I remember. Sorry if I forget. But yeah, the place is absolutely destroyed. And this is towards the end of the second of the 3 episodes for this small series. And since it's so short, I really don't want to spoil the ending for you guys. But I feel like it is a really good ending for a one-shot, despite how short it is. So I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, I would solidly give this a recommendation to everyone that loves anime and loves Bleach, because the person that brought this one-shot wrote Bleach. We do not have it, if it's confirmed yet, if it is a Bleach spin-off, but it's really interesting. I'm glad to see some more of his work getting animated. I really miss his work. But yeah, so I would definitely rate this to an anime watcher. I wouldn't recommend it to someone getting into anime. It is a little bit weird, and the story is not as solid as other anime. For that, I would just recommend the big 4. I'd recommend Attack on Titan, Naruto, Bleach, or Black Clover. Those would probably be better for someone just getting into anime. And again, guys, if you want to see some more stuff, I really would love if you guys could hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, as I'll have more content in the future. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you guys in the comments. Johnny!